And new on ABC 17 News at 6:30. As the COVID-19 pandemic continues, the need in our community grows. Tonight, we are speaking live with United Way Director Andrew Graybaugh about the annual giving campaign that kicks off tomorrow. Andrew, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much for having me on. Glad to be here.
Yeah, so can you kind of talk a little bit about this campaign that you are kicking off tomorrow?
Well, sure. So the Heart of Missouri United Way fights to improve lives in our community. And so our kickoff tomorrow really is a call to action for our community to recognize that the need is so great. And in fact, now it's more important than ever that we address the needs in our community and look at not only the individuals who are living in poverty and the systemic barriers that exist and how do we remove those, but also how do we help our newly vulnerable families because of the COVID crisis as well. So tomorrow is a call to action to help us kick off our campaign and ask the community if you can donate and make a financial contribution to United Way, please do so.
And I can only imagine there is so much of a need in the community right now. And like you mentioned, it's even those families that may not have needed this, a year ago, and now they're in a predicament where they do need some extra help. Do you have an estimate on how many more families have been actually asking for help that you have a waiting list for, or, how is that working?
Sure. What I can tell you is this. So United Way, along with our partnership with the City of Columbia, Boone County, the Community Foundation, and also Veterans United Foundation, came together back in March, and we started to work together to fund grants to help meet emergent needs created by the pandemic. We do know this, that United Way has provided over $300,000 in emergency grants that have helped over 40,000 people locally. So just from the pandemic alone, we know that we've served more than 40,000 people.
That's incredible.
That's everything from school kids with lunches to people who need rent assistance to our homeless neighbors that need basic needs supplies. So the need drastically increased, and that's on top of the poverty rate that we already face in our community. And so United Way definitely, we have our work cut out for us. So the campaign kickoff tomorrow really needs to drive that point home so people can really give if they have the opportunity to do so.
Sure. And obviously COVID-19 has impacted the way you guys are going to have to campaign. Talk a little bit about that.
Sure. Well, as I mentioned, we saw that drastic need in this late spring, early summer. But here's the thing. We have, our neighbors who are already vulnerable. They were already suffering, find themselves even further back now if they lost a job that perhaps was paying just minimum wage, or if they had even a health crisis created by the pandemic. But we have also families in our community who are now newly vulnerable. Like I said, who never thought that they would find themselves in this position, but yet here they are. And this is why United Way exists. We exist to help families and to help our communities when they take a step back, to give them an opportunity to take a step forward. So we're going to have some opportunities to provide support, like I mentioned, in addressing emergency needs. This is a long-term recovery, though. And so United Way has the stability, and we have really the relationships with our community to make a long-term strategy possible to help those families recover. This is not going to resolve itself overnight.
Right.
So the call to action is for the community to invest in United Way, because we do make strategic investments that do go over multiple years, and we measure those investments to make sure that they have the impact that not only the community demands, but the individuals who seek services want to achieve as well.
Sure. And for anyone that's watching this right now, how can they donate tomorrow?
Sure. So one of the great things is our kickoff is going to start at 10 o'clock, and you can go onto Facebook, also on YouTube, and watch it live. So it'll be on those two channels. And then we're on all the social media platforms. So there will be opportunities to make a gift through any of those platforms, but at any time, an individual can go to our website at uwheartmo.org, and there's a red donate button on the top, and you can click that and make a gift at any point.
Okay, Andrew, thanks so much for coming on with us tonight. Of course, we're going to continue to follow this, and hopefully the needs are met within our community. Thanks again.
Thank you so much.